Hi, Gemini. As I was starting to do this and finding like the right lighting, because I wanted you guys to see plants, but the lighting just isn't right now, so I'm just gonna stay where I am, which is interesting. And also I just kept hearing fly Gemini, so I feel like there's a sense of taking flight into a certain direction, but we will see. Also, welcome back. Thank you for joining me again. Your full moon is right around the corner. I'm started to feel its vibes already, but the frequency is definitely upon us. It's in a few short days, literally. Winter changes that time. All right. Knight of Wands and Five of Pentacles. So moving away from, it seems like everyone's being shown a lot about freedom and what that is. And you're really learning to move away from the things that keep you held back. And not that you're someone's like that's a held back person, but it's more like you move even if you are feeling held back, because you're just always, it's just like a movement is always necessary for you. So it's that moment of getting really grounded and focused and centered that actually is what propels you most. And I think that last month that probably was that for you. And now that you've moved towards yourself in that way, you're seeing where it is that you can, instead of magnetizing those things towards you, this moon and this time right now is teaching you where to go and how to like move from that place. So now you're going forward in a different way, and still creating as you go, of course. And it seems like a very passionate time for most of us, but for you, it's like you're already kind of there. So it's like you're carrying it out a little bit more. And it might have been something that you did like really put that your creative energy into, that is now the thing that is needing to be moved away from for the moment. You know, there's sometimes, even when I love something, like I've been a yoga teacher and I don't teach it right now anymore, but there are times it was my first form of therapy. So when I was younger, that's what was helping me through everything. And it still does to this day, but it's evolved because it's the philosophy that really did it for me. It wasn't just the movement of yoga, it was the philosophy. And sometimes it was important for me not to do the movement of it because it actually wasn't helpful. So when you're thinking of moving on something or doing something, asking yourself if it's helpful or if it's harmful right now, or just even asking yourself if it's helpful. The Queen of Wands, or the Queen of Swords. So this helps you feel like yourself in a way that is very strong. And it's something that you need to hear. It could be something you need to hear from someone as well. You may not actually know what has been keeping you stuck. And this full moon is either going to show you, or someone during this full moon, because it is Gemini and very communication based, maybe it's someone else that is going to show you, possibly a strong woman figure, or feminine figure, or an air sign. Death. There's a part of you, the way that you communicate, that is changing. You really you've learned something about that, something that you need in terms of from yourself, first and foremost, but also in terms of partnership and even career partnership. So even this place of how you create. You're learning a different, even medium possibly, of how you create things. And I know that you already know, you probably already have quite a few, though there's another medium that you're about to start working with, or you have been working with, and Scorpio season might have brought you that. And there's a union, definitely a union, bottom of the deck. Yeah. High Priestess and King of Pentacles. There might have been a Scorpio in your life as well that you needed to, that you're either connecting with right now, or that is an important aspect in what you're seeing right now. They could be someone that is helping you through this, or this is really you feeling that rebirth, feeling this moment of coming into center, coming in, those two people, those twins merging in a way that is helpful for you to see where the cycle of not only masculine energy, but men in your life, or again, depending on your gender, or partnership in your life, who is taken and where you've been maybe a little bit more masculine, and that's changing. Maybe it's this feeling of these things looking different. Like the feeling is still there and you're still this strong, fierce person. You're always going to be, though there's something about that power within yourself that's shifting. There's just no need to try to force something. You're seeing yourself go through this change and absorb these different thoughts. You're seeing how much this is the growth and freedom in the sense of like, you've made a lot of moves and you're always going to make moves, but it's possible that you're contemplating those moves a little bit more and you're being a little bit more thoughtful about them in this season. And it's still fun and you're still having a good time and doing your thing, though there's much more, there's more of an impact, not only within yourself, but within the cycle that you are breaking. And if it's with a male, if it's with a partnership, so it doesn't have to be necessarily male, but if it's with a masculine partner, you're seeing either that you can commit and you can stay committed, or that it just isn't the right time right now, possibly. Scorpio season really made some things clear to you in in how you observe yourself. And this is being offered the tender love that I know that you love. This way of being given the flowers, and it doesn't necessarily have to mean flowers in particularly, though there's this sweet sense of you that gets to kind of emerge right now. So it's this thoughtful impact in terms of how you're leading your life, though there's still this sweetness undertone that is really hard to not look at, because you may be feeling super playful right now. though also very strong and powerful at the same time. And this moon is showing up to allow you that sweetness, that sweet glow that you are. And it's going to show you in the moon and the way the moon glows as well. We'll get one more card for you. And if there's been someone observing you for a while, you may just get an offer from them. There's more to be revealed. 9 of Wands. There's so much more to be revealed. King of Wands, 9 of Cups on the bottom. Someone that is powerful and wants you to see him, or see them, them coming your way. Yeah, so by seeing this very clearly, seeing this cycle really clearly, very quickly, you revealed the sweetness in someone else, the power in someone else. This very strong, I'm not afraid to share how I feel kind of person. It could be a Scorpio. But it also could be just a really strong, like what you see as your masculine counterpart or your counterpart. And it's really cool. There's so much, it was like started so like, I'm gonna do it this way, I'm gonna do it that way. And then it was like, it just sunk in. So give you a chance to let it sink in. All right, Gemini, I love you. Information, work with me one-on-one. You can catch me on Instagram at The Contemporary Mystic, or you can email me, which will be below. Whether it's tarot reading or life coaching, I work with people who want to become and open up and see their intuitive gifts and be able to work with, or in psychic skills, whatever you want to call them, more and begin to learn with that more. Different platform is coming soon, so stay tuned. Yes. I love you. See you next month. Hi, Gemini. So I let this sit out for a couple days, and I feel like I get it. Your full moon energy is really strong. It's eclipse energy. So that is from this video tomorrow. And it's asking you it's asking you to look away from what has made you feel stuck. The things that have made you feel stuck is not being able to sit down long enough to understand where you're moving on. Because, like, again, your movement is not, it's just a part of your nature. So there's just a moment that this time is just asking you to sit with the decisions that you're making. These moments that you're deciding to take a stand for. And it's very creative, it's very powerful, there's so much movement towards it, like underneath it all. But it's asking you, like, it's not time to run away. It's time to face what it is that you're letting die. This rebirth. This texture, this very textured moment. And the High Priestess in Death is showing you that you have that capability to do that, to let old cycles die, especially to do with masculine partnership, to do with what hasn't worked out before and why. And it's that soft nature in you that sometimes, like, as a fellow air sign, I understand that it's hard to show. But the more that you allow that part of you to be revealed, actually, the more powerful and strong that you are. It shows that you see this rebirthing process. Yes, it's making you stronger, but it's also making you feel and receive more in a way that you actually really love, which is a softness. And that some people don't add up. Sometimes it's not about just moving because you can. Sagittarius season is asking you to use it, run with it, ride with it, but why? Yes, you're creative. Yes, you do all these things, but what is it? What is it that you're being called towards? And I really do feel like there's so much that you're observing about what parts of you are no longer worth your energy. And a lot is worth your energy because of how much energy you have. But it's not worth what isn't stable. And I don't mean stable in that, like, I don't mean sitting in center for the stability. I mean what is actually stable for your emotions. What did Scorpio season show you? And if there's a Scorpio in your life, you might, so it's either a very deep connection that is going to reveal the softer side of it and bring you much love, power, strength, or you're being revealed that this is about your masculine identity. You're the masculine side of yourself, and how you view masculinity. And knowing that the soft side is important. And what you'll find is more is able to come towards you. Someone who sees you. Or maybe it reveals like what you didn't have growing up. You're like, oh, I can have that. There's such an emphasis on this High Priestess card here. Because it's such a powerful, like, you are such fun-loving humans, but there's such a powerful thing that happens when you're able to sit and understand maybe insecurities and doubts that are dying because you get it now. And then you'll be able to like help other people understand them and also shift quickly because of it. And this eclipse seems to be really showing you the parts that are stopping you from having that relationship aspect in your life to be grounded. It's really all up to you. So if you look at it from the center, it's almost like there's different spokes, different points that we can look at from here. Where do you need to keep going? Where do you need to create boundaries? What is dying? What is revealing itself? There might have been a stubborn nature within you that is now shifting. No longer need to be stubborn in that way. And I do feel like this revealing for you with this eclipse is going to be huge. Your energy is so necessary with these eclipses for the coming seasons. It's so much about communication, and what you're learning is going to set a tone for everyone. Literally. Yeah. It's so powerful. I love you so much. If I said it before, thank you for joining me on this journey, for coming back. And if you want to work with me one-on-one, I have my email below, but you can also hit me up on Instagram. Same name. So powerful. I love you. And I'll see you next month.